Hi, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Behind the Beats with Trios. My third guest is BLZBO, DJ and producer extraordinaire.
Thank you.
Of course. You've just been killing it lately with releases on MNG and playing some of our biggest clubs, Red Room and Celebrities. And also you're very big on trap, which of course is very near and dear to me.
Trap.
So we definitely vibe on that, and really stoked to have her on the show. And so let's get to it. So your first name is Sabrina, right?
Yes, it is, yeah.
So what got you into DJing and music production?
What got me into DJing? Oh man, I've always liked electronic music, but I went to my very first festival back in Calgary, back in 2016 actually, and I think Cascade was on the lineup, Tiesto was on the lineup, and I think the name is it's called like DVBBS Dubs. Is it Dubs?
Oh yeah, I think it's Dabs.
Dabs, yeah. So those guys were on it as well, and I used to listen to them, back in the day. And I remember I was like, Cascade was on, and he was playing the song "Disarm You." I don't know if you know that one. Such a vibe. That whole album, yeah. And I remember like running from because I was in the bathroom, so I was like running out just to get like the drop. And then I remember like looking up at him, and I felt like I saw how everyone acted and like felt with his music, and I was like, oh my god, like I feel like I could do that. I feel like I could be up there just like him, and that's kind of what got me into like having that idea in my head of becoming a DJ and like making my own music. Seeing him live, I was like, wow, like have to do it. Yeah.
As much as I love Cascade, my favorite album of his is his Christmas album.
Oh my god.
For real though, like it's like jazzy electronic. It's not cheesy. It's like more of like the classics. Because like there is the new poppy Christmas songs, but then there's also like the old jazzy classics.
Absolutely.
And so he really highlighted that in this album. So I don't know if you've heard it, but you should really check it out.
I should check it out. That's sick.
So what were you listening to before electronic music?
Well, I'm Spanish, so I used to listen to a lot of reggaeton. A lot of it. I still listen to it now to this day. If I'm not listening to like trap or dubstep or anything like that, I'm just listening to like reggaeton and like Spanish music. Lots of salsa, merengue, all the dancing stuff. It's in my blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're Venezuelan, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I can see that kind of influence during your DJ sets.
Yeah.
So that's really
and that's something that I want to, later on when I get more, I guess, when I start moving forward with my producing a bit more, I want to somehow implement my Latin roots into my production, into my dubstep or my trap. Like I want to do that. So that's the goal as well when I'm producing.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about your very, very first gig.
My very first gig, I would say was when I moved to Vancouver, in 2020, maybe 2019, the end of 2019. It was with MNG, and they were throwing shows back in Chilliwack.
Okay.
In Main Street. It's Main Street Club. That's what it was called. I don't know if it's still there. And it was with the show. The headliner was Walter Wild, actually.
Oh, cool. Local guy.
Yeah, the local guy. And I remember it was my first gig. I was super nervous. Like I had to go to the bathroom. We all had like the pre-show. You have to go. So then it was just it was too much for me, and I was like super nervous, like shaking, and then I was like, oh, I don't even know how to use CDJ, so I had to bring my own controller at the time. I think I had a SX2. Yeah. So I brought it. I was like, it was 20 minutes before doors opened because it took me forever to get there. And like the stage manager was like upset with me, and I was like, great, awesome, great start. I was like, damn it. So then they were like setting up my controller, and I was like just waiting there. He's like, oh, it's not working. Like, why is it not working? I'm like, I don't know. So then they like, somehow got it to work, and then I started playing. And my set was, I actually did bass house.
Oh,
because that's how I started to learn how to DJ was with bass house. So I did the whole show, which is bass house.
Wow.
It was a good time.
Yeah, definitely not not so much the vibe you're going with these days.
No,
right?
absolutely not.
Yeah,
No, very different.
It's always interesting to know what was the gateway genre for you for electronic music, because it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. So how did you become part of the girl gang?
Girl gang. It was started by Jeannie. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
But she makes like, when I first started listening to it, it was like just pure trap, like that nice, like hard slapping, like just pure trap. And she got more into dubstep as well. And I think she posted it on her Instagram. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And it was like a collective, which is basically all of like the female artists in the bass scene or in the music scene, that it's kind of we're like a kind of collective, and we all like help each other. We're all kind of like, we try to stay in touch with each other, to support each other. And that was the whole point of the group, for it to be like that's how I met, I don't know if you know Lace. Like, she's killing it right now in the dubstep realm.
No,
like,
I don't know.
Insane.
Really?
Yeah. And like we all, like some of those girls now, they're playing like EDC, like Tomorrowland, like they're like, and I remember like we all met and we were all just so like, small and trying to like, make a name for ourselves type of thing. So it's cool seeing them now and what they're doing. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's good to be part of a group where you build each other up and
absolutely
you're each other's cheerleaders, and just looking out for each other kind of thing. Because it's a cutthroat industry, right?
Oh,
so
it really is.
Yeah,
it really is. And I feel like all the female artists, we have it a bit harder, I will say, and it's good to have that community there and support.
Absolutely, very fortunate to have something like that.
Yes.
All right. So what do you do, or where do you go to draw inspiration for your music?
When it comes to production, I honestly base it with my emotions. Like, I start with my emotions. How I'm feeling that day is basically how my track will sound like, or my productiveness will be like. Like, if I'm sad, I'll make kind of like, not that rage music that I like to make, and it goes on from there. But I listen to a lot of SoundCloud artists, like, just I go on there and find all like the new trending songs or whatnot, and that's how I find also my how I found some of my favorite artists on there too. Like, one right now is Mystic.
Oh yeah,
dude.
I've been rinsing Mystic's tracks for a while. Like, oh my God, the man doesn't miss.
He's disgusting. Like, I can't. I love his music. Like, I just can't. But yeah, that's how I found him. And like, he's one of the persons that I kind of listen back if I want some like inspiration with trap. With dubstep, I would say Lace is one of the ones that I always like, listen to if I want to get into that dubstep mode.
How do you spell Lace? Like, is it just L-A-C?
Like the L-A-Y-Z.
Oh, Lays. Okay. Because
like the chips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, actually, literally, I think she has like a pin, and it's like the bag of Lays, but it's spelled with it's with her logo.
What? It's cool. I should look her up.
You should. She's cool.
Yeah. All right. So, which artists have influenced you the most?
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah?
That's my number one. Always. Really? Always. Like, when I first moved to Vancouver and I started to produce music, I will say I was listening to her the most. And that was like one of the ones that I was like, damn, like, I want to be able to make music like that. Definitely her.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I think, and Keizo. I love him. Yeah. He's awesome.
Sick. Yeah. All right. So, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but how do you prepare for an upcoming show?
How I prepare? Oh, man. I try to start, like, do my best, let's just say. I do my best with, like, starting my set tracks and finding tracks a week before. Like, I really try. But I usually leave it to, like, last minute. Like, we'll say maybe 2-3 days before, and I'm just, like, starting to, like, find music and, trying to prepare, like, all my cues and whatnot. And I always try not to get too stressed out, or try not to bring on more stress, even though I'm already stressed out about the show, Yeah. You do your best with that, and so that's how I kind of chill out before. Yeah. You
want to feel as prepared as possible coming into a show, and that gives you that confidence sometimes,
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But of course, there's also other shows where you can go and kind of wing it. and
Yes.
those are fun too.
I like those ones.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so tell us about a memory from your musical career that still makes you cringe to this day.
I have two, I will say.
Spill
oh my
it.
God. I was playing a show it was last year? Yeah, it was last year. It was when ZBO, you know ZBO?
Yeah.
So when he came here, a show in Mad Mansion, weird venue. But I don't know how this show even came to fruition, but he was out here I think he was going on a tour. So he came here and I remember I was playing my set and the guy after me was coming on. So he went up, plugged his USB in, whatever. I was like, oh, this is my last song. Like, he's like, okay, cool. And then I did have a couple rum and cokes, which was my mistake. I never usually drink during my sets because I like to be, good with my mixing and I know that I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And I remember I went to take out my USB and I was taking out his USB.
Oh, classic.
And then, oh my God. And then like the music, like I went all staticky and glitchy. And then I was like, oh. And then he's like, no. He's like, no. I'm like, that's my USB. And I was like, I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. And ever since then, I'm so like knowing where I plug in my USB. So I know like now, like I'm never doing it again. Like it was so embarrassing. I did it to Johnny Jover.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't know if you know. He's one of the local guys here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God. I'm like, I'm sure every time he looks at me or we see each other, I'm sure he's like probably thinking like, oh, I think this girl's the one that did that to me. So embarrassing. That's such a rookie mistake. I'm like, I can't. And then the other one was I was playing an LGBT night. Mm-hmm. It was called Y2 Gay.
Okay.
And it was one of the nights that I kind of curated with an event company.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Because I wanted some I don't know, we need more LGBT nights here in Vancouver, but that the music isn't like housey. You know what I mean? Like we need some. So we did throwbacks. So all the throwback music. And that night it was my first time DJing with my laptop. So plugging in my laptop into the CDJs and never done that before. And my friend that was playing before me, they're the one that they set it up for me. Yeah. Because I didn't know how to do it, right? So they did that for me and I was like, cool. So they left to go play another show. So then I was left to play the last 4 hours of the event. Yeah. So, so bad. So then everything was going great. I would say for maybe 4 or 5 songs, everything was going great. And then all of a sudden my laptop goes black, just shuts down. And I'm like, and then the music just goes pure quiet. And everyone, when that happens, everyone just turns to the DJ and I'm like, I cannot hide it in my face. I'm like, hey, I fucked up. And then I'm looking around, what just happened? And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't. And then I grab my charger. I'm like, I didn't plug in my charger on my laptop.
Oh no.
So then I was like, oh my God. And then it took, I would say probably took I plugged everything in and it took out 5 minutes for it to come back on, for my laptop to come back on.
Because it's a dead battery.
Pure dead. And then it comes back on and I'm trying to rush plugging everything back in and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to set up the CDJs to my laptop. How do I do it? So then I kind of remember what my friend said. So then I was doing it and then I set it up so wrong that one deck was I could operate it with my laptop, but the other deck wasn't cooperating with my laptop. So the last 4 hours I literally had to mix with a song with my laptop, while the other one I could mix with the CDJ, with the mixer.
What?
So that's what I had to do for the last 4 hours of the event. And
stressful.
I was super stressed, and I'm like, I'm never doing this ever again. It was just too much for me, and I was just like, yeah.
Wow.
I will forever think about that. That was probably one of the biggest oopsies I've had.
Yeah. It's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
It's
oh my God, so terrible.
Yeah, it's interesting that you're talking about an event that it's a gay event but doesn't focus so much on house music.
Yes.
Because I fell in love with house music at a gay club at after hours. It's called The World. It's on Granville and Robson, and on Friday nights and Sunday nights on long weekends, it would be like hard dance, hard trance. Like that's the stuff that I was listening to at the time, because my friends were all like hard dance DJs.
Yeah.
And then there were some guys that were there on a Sunday night for a long weekend, and they said, "Oh, you should check out Saturdays. We play house music." Yeah. And some of my crew was like, "I don't know. Like, we know it's gay night, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Well, I don't care. Like, if the music is good," and
I'm going. I
went, and it really opened my eyes to the world of house music, because I wanted to. That was at the point where I wanted to be a DJ, but I didn't want to be a hard dance DJ.
Yes.
So I was like, I want to play music, but I don't know if that's it for me. And then when I discovered house music, I was like, all right, like this is the vibe. It's exactly this is the vibe, and it was like electro house, tribal, that kind of stuff. So I was that's kind of like opened the door for me to DJing, and I credit my house era and even my whole DJ career to the gay community and the gay clubs that offer these spaces, these like non-mainstream spaces for people to come in and feel safe and enjoy this music.
Absolutely.
So I know that you're big on pasta. So what is your favorite pasta?
I just love carbs in general. Like,
who doesn't?
I would die for it's like even just a bread, like toasted bread with butter. I'm like, I need it. Like, I love it. Like, I'm craving it right now.
Yeah.
Alfredo is my go-to.
Oh, really?
Specifically the Alfredo from White Spot.
Oh,
you gotta try it.
Really?
Yeah, it's the best.
I'm not at White Spot a lot, but dude, if I am there, I'll try that.
I like don't look at the calories; it's too much. But like, if you want like a heavy meal, I would say like the White Spot pasta. It's just so good.
Have you ever tried making your own pasta?
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same.
Really?
I do make it at least once a week, actually, at home, or twice a week.
Really?
Twice a week, once or twice.
Cool, because I make homemade pasta too, and it's it's just flour and egg.
Yeah,
it's super simple.
Yeah,
and I find that eating eating pasta that I've made with those two ingredients compared to eating from the restaurant, I don't feel as bloated. Yeah, because like let's say even store-bought pasta, it's got preservatives and stuff like that. Right?
All the extra stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's super fun. I don't have a pasta maker yet, which I should get one, because otherwise I feel like rolling it with the pen. Just laboring over my carbs.
You're like sweating. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, gotta burn the carbs before you eat them.
You have to. Gotta make space for them.
Absolutely.
So good, dude.
All right. So, as an openly queer female artist, you've been making bangers on the MNG label and playing some of the biggest clubs in Vancouver. Do you have any words of wisdom for LGBTQ plus folk who may want to break into the industry?
I would say to listen to your gut and do what makes you happy, and try not to compare yourself to other people. Mm-hmm. And the main thing too for me is like coming into this industry as a openly gay person. Like I knew that I was going to feel a bit like alienated in a way, knowing that I don't fit in with like the way that I look. Like, I have my bun, like this is like my look, the bun with shaved head, like this is like the typical, gay, thing that you would see.
Yeah.
And like there is room for all of us. Mm-hmm. And there is no need to bring each other down. There's no need for competition. Like, we all want to do what makes us happy, and that's music. And to be able to share our passion for music with other people. So I would say just don't listen to the haters and just keep doing you. Yeah,
that's some wise words.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
What really resonates with me is that that there's, the way I see it is, there is enough for everyone to eat.
Yes, there is.
And when you'll hear a lot that like, oh, it's a very competitive industry, cutthroat. It's about who you know more so than what you can do, and it comes with the game, but really there is enough when more of us develop or grow to that mentality that, you know, just because someone next to you might appear like they're succeeding more than you, that doesn't mean that there's less for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like I sometimes I catch myself being like, oh man, like I wish I was doing that. But then I like retract my thought and I'm like, okay, like my time will come. This is just their time. We all have our own path to take and our time to shine.
Yeah.
So just wait. Like you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient.
I resonate with that a lot. Like I say this a lot to my friends too, you know, like when I went in that conversation, like it's easy to, if you look to the left, you look to the right, you see people rising up and it's like maybe they haven't been doing it as long as you have, or you don't think maybe in your opinion they might not be as talented or whatever. But when you look inwardly and focus on the progress that you've made, you know, that then you're able to carve out your own niche.
Oh yeah.
You know, and because I always say that when people book you for a show, they're not buying your skill, they're buying your taste.
Yes.
And if the sooner that you come to terms with your own identity as an artist, as a person, then what you're doing is just, it's an extension of what's going on inside.
Yes.
And when you're true to yourself, what comes out is authentic to what's inside. You know, and no one can do that better than you. Yeah,
and that's how you stand out.
Exactly.
That's how you stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's. Yeah, I'm just kind of like marinating on that stuff. Yeah, like, dude. I say these things all the time. You know?
Have to, and it's good to be able to tell your friends. So it kind of like everybody starts getting into that mindset. Like I've heard people say, like you were saying, like about how, especially Vancouver, how it's so competitive and all this and that. Which yes, it is. But that's just the industry in general. There is competition anywhere with anything that you want to do really in life. Yeah. But it's just how you change your mindset and then, you know, move forward with what you want to do. Yeah.
That's very inspirational.
Yeah, dude, you gotta.
Yeah. So you got a big headlining show coming up. Tell us about that. Yeah. So it's going to be at Levels Access Room. I've never played at Levels. I've been to Levels, but I've never played there. Or even the smaller room there. But yeah, it's gonna be a night curated for everybody really, and I got the opportunity to be able to headline the show, which is awesome, and I'm really excited for it. So it's gonna be Orchid on the bill with Paralegally Blonde and Guess Who. So it's going to be a night with a bit of different genres, just kind of for everybody to enjoy. So I'm really excited for it. Yeah, that sounds like a dope night. Like Guess Who, they're my homies, and they've been putting out some dope.
I actually used to work with Adrian.
Oh, really? In the kitchen?
Well, I didn't. No, my sister used to work with Adrian, but we used to be kind of in the same group. Yeah, he used to work at White Spot.
Oh, really? I
used to work there too. Yeah.
In North Van.
Yeah, in North Van. Yeah, cool. That's how I know him. Yeah. I know, and I think he was one of the. I don't know if it was him or one of his friends was like, "Oh, like Adrian really wants to start DJing." Like I kept hearing that, right? And I'm like, oh, like that's so sick. Like he should do it. He should do it, and he's doing it. And it's awesome to see. Like he's gone from from here to here, and it's good to seeing him do that. So yeah,
really inspiring.
Oh, absolutely.
Story. Like shout out Adrian, Guess Who, and Gio.
I remember you.
All right, so we've got a 30-minute exclusive set from BLZBO coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're gonna be playing?
Some trap, some dubstep, you know. All the bangers.
Yeah. Sick. All right. Well, I'm excited. We're going to get to that portion now. Thanks everybody for tuning into the interview portion. We'll catch you on the next episode after this exclusive set from BLZBO.
See you guys.
Red lips always lie, 'cause red lips have a filthy price. That's a murder in her paradise. No, red lips have a filthy price. That's a murder in her paradise. Oh. Always filthy price. That's a murder in her paradise. Red lips always lie. Let's go.
I got Knock the fuck out. Got that.
So I had to write this song, write this song. I'm just trying to write my trying to wrap my
Can't win if you don't.
Science to deliver on this piece, that's our Amtrax. All the pamper pussies put away your Tampax. Ain't here to prep up no cloud Take it to the max, motherfucker every day. And these streets that I walk on and the grounds that I play. From station to station and road to road, there's money to be made. Scenarios to one photo. If I bring a man, I wanna chitter chatter. Let the jibber jabber, let the tongue wagger. I ain't that there flimsy man, I shoot it home, I'm a walk grabber. So what you think don't matter. You can't eat from this platter bottom. From this platter bottom. Down with the share of life. But try street food for my table, it's like they tried to press my wife. There's only one that can't do that. But as the saying goes, there's many ways you can skin a cat. From this platter bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, the train. What is your verdict? Find the defendant guilty. Defendant guilty. It's not true.
The dreams we have, the love we share, this is what we're waiting for. And in my mind, in my head, this is where we all came from. Bass so heavy, make you motherfucking mad.
If you want if you want
Is it brighter, brighter when I'm with you? Is the afterglow strong enough to light this fire, fire back in us? Whoa. Mixed emotions, but still open, all that fire.